What's going on, guys? We are here on another episode of the Passion Pit, and we had our live version last week, but this week we have a very special guest. It is Sergio. He is the owner of SGP, and he's joining us. And now, of course, I have my co-host Matt. How you guys doing today?
Doing good, man. How you doing, Matt?
Doing great, brother, man. Finally got you on the pod. I know we've been kind of working it for a while, but I mean, after Boston, finally everything settled down. So we're already locked in. I mean, you know, one of the hottest teams in Challengers right now. You guys just finished top 3. I mean, how are you personally feeling after the major, man?
For sure, man. I mean, it's like, to be true, man, it's bittersweet, honestly. I mean, we knew our potential, man. We wanted to win it all, or like be in the grand finals in the main stage. But top 3 first performance, especially for me, man, being the first Challengers owner first event. I mean, you know, to finish top 3 is gratifying, man. So I'm happy, and you know, we're hungry, man. So like, you know, hopefully we can improve on that and like actually win for the other events to come.
Yeah, and I thank you for jumping on the podcast. We're trying to get as many people, owners, coaches, players, whoever, jump on, but we definitely appreciate you being here. Top 3 is definitely not a small task when it comes to the teams you guys had to go up against, Team War included.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we at Team War did not win that, but hey, there's only one winner at the end of the day. So again, we appreciate you jumping on. I'm just gonna pat myself on the back. Did the intro first try. We're good. We're valid.
Finally, yeah. I mean, now whoever made that post to Team War, you know, they gotta see you. They gotta see you about that.
But no, this isn't about me. This isn't about me doing good on the intro. This is about Sergio. This is about SGP. Just wanna. I don't know. Do you want to go into the team a bit? It would probably be better coming from you on who's on the team and how you feel about that team going forward as well.
Yeah, for sure. So the team was Cruz, Gunzy, Lunars, and Eric Boom, with our coach being 7. So, yeah, I mean, I have to thank Cruz, man, because I wasn't even thinking about doing challengers at all. And then around September, he messaged me, man, and said, hey, I don't know if you're interested in doing challengers or being an owner for this, but if you are, you know, I definitely feel like I could be a player that you could build around, and I can bring you a team that could offer roster stability. So I'm grateful that you hit me up. And you know how it is, man, the beginning of Challengers, man, with Roster Mania, I had so many options, man, and so many teams that I could have chosen and work with for sure. But Cruz is someone that I've been wanting to work with as well, man. And like his squad, man, I mean, it's a vibey squad. You know, they're funny, man. You know, funny guys. Eric Boom, all of them, you know, and very professional as well, you know, like these guys, I mean, like, you know, they don't stream too much, man, because they're focused, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want to win at every single event. We've been consistent the whole way through. We had 4 unofficial cups, and then we had the official cup, and then we had the challengers, and the lowest placement we had, or like the worst placement we had, was like 4th place in the first unofficial cup. So we've been very consistent in the beginning. And of course, things are going to change right now. I know people saw the news, but our team's going to change up a little bit. And who knows what happens in the future for that. But no matter what, we feel confident with our team no matter what, you know, and I trust Cruz, the team captain, to make the right decisions too with our team. So
Yeah, I love that. And I know you mentioned it a little bit that the team is going to change up a little bit due to the fact that Eric Boom just got brought up to the Miami Heretics, which congratulations to him. That's essentially that's the goal for every Challengers player, I would assume, out there, especially the top end. They just want to get to the league. Is this your first year like in Challengers essentially?
It is.
Yeah, so being your first year as a team in Challengers, as the owner of a team in Challengers, and already having a player go up to that level, that's a huge accomplishment for yourself, for your team.
Yeah.
And we congratulate you on again, top 3 is nothing to sniff at, and and Eric Boom going up to the pro league is a great accomplishment. So again, that's something to hold your head up high for, and I'm sure that team's still gonna, like, Cruz is definitely gonna find the right pick, and that team's still gonna perform, and we'll see what they place at the next cup and next major.
And just like you said, man, I mean, like the goal for challengers, man, is always to like be able to bring the players up, to the CDL. So like Eric Boone, man, I'm gonna miss him. I told him that too. I messaged him when I got the news, early on, way before like all the news broke out, and I had to make sure I had to message him and tell him, man, you know what? It's depressing, dog. Like I've never felt this depressed about a player leaving, because he's a superstar player, man. I thought he was like too good to be in challengers, I mean, to me, he's like the Tiny Terror, Abizi of challengers, like consistent, man. If you need a three-piece, if you need slaying power, like, I mean, this guy was incredible. One of the best players I've ever seen, play, in person, and to be a part of SGP, man, because I was thinking before, I was like, I could make a tier list of all the players who played for SGP and like rank them up, and Eric Boom's up there at the top. So, it's great to see him get called up, for sure. And for all the other players too on our team, I said, hey man, like, of course I'll be a little bit sad, but of course, if you have the opportunity to get called up for the CDL, man, this is what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? Like SGP is here to support you the whole way through. So hopefully they get called up too, because all of them deserve to be up there as well.
Yeah. And like Krim said, I mean, that's kind of the whole goal, right, for you guys as a challengers organization, is to help those players, get seen, get that opportunity to show what they can do. And I mean, Eric Boom definitely showed that off this major, man. I mean, like you guys said, top 3 is kind of insane for a team that, not necessarily the team of your caliber, but for an owner, your first time coming out in the challengers, like you said, you guys didn't even place under top 4. I know I had my eye on you guys. I was texting you on the side because I'd been casting you guys. I was like, man, dude, your team's looking nasty, man. I mean, and they performed like it as well. We also had a little bit of chat while we were at the major. You talk about how it's a little bit bittersweet, right? Top 3, you guys wanted to be on main stage. No warm up the day of champs. You guys are playing 9 a.m. in the morning. What was the process kind of like there in the morning? What was the vibes around the team like? How do you guys kind of go into something like that where there's no warm up? You guys are kind of getting thrown to the wolves a little bit.
Well, the funny part is I can't really answer that too much because that night, I mean, we figured out that we were not a fan of this. I don't think any of the players, man, and the challengers were a fan of this, where the matches were going to be in the player lounge. So the only people that were allowed there are just the players and the coach, not the staff members at all. So basically my plan was, I can get some more rest and then I can show up for grand finals, praying that they make it to grand finals, obviously. And, I thought they were going to make it to grand finals, but to me, I mean, I was upset too because, like, I wish I was there to support them no matter what, to not be able to witness their last match, at the major was to me a disappointment for me. Like, I mean, I flew all this way out to just miss their last game, and not be there and support the players, So, what I've heard, because I don't want to get the details wrong too much, I just knew that they're upset and they had every right to be upset, was that, they only probably had time to like warm up and shoot bots for maybe like 2 minutes or something like that. And I think they only got to like maybe 70 bots. I could be wrong about that. But to go up against a team that 3-0'd Houston Spartans and we're on fire, I mean, it sucks. Yeah. It's a sucky situation. And again, the best team came out, congratulations and GG's to War Gaming and the Code, because that team is nasty as well. So we're not making an excuse. It sucks that we weren't given, prep time, I'd say, so yeah, I mean, we're upset about that, but there's nothing we can do about it, and yeah, I mean, it's just that loss. I mean, it sucks to go out that way, honestly, like winners finals against FaZe Black. I mean, we took them the distance, honestly, like even though it's a 3-1, to lose first map 250 to 247 because we played too hard on P2 and didn't really rotate efficiently to P3 in time, or like to lose 6-5 in SND Karachi, down 5-4, bring it back to overtime and to lose that. And of course the 250, 237 Skid Row hardpoint as well, being up by a good amount of points and just, letting it go. It sucks because, we should have been in grand finals, and should have made it that way. Stage. But yeah, on the main stage. And that was something that, for SGP, we would have loved to have seen the SGP up there, man, especially for the first event to be up there in the main stage and for everyone to know, like, who SGP are. I mean, that would have been sick. And, of course, for the players, too, man, this is their chance to showcase their talent, on a mainstream, and we only got one of our matches streamed. So, I mean, like, to have it on the big one would have been huge for them. And I really felt bad for them for that. But, hopefully we'll get our chance later on in the season. So that's all we can hope for.
Yeah, and as you were saying, it's very unfortunate to go out like that. But back to FaZe Black and Lore, both great teams and organizations. I know some people didn't expect Lore to make it as far as they did as well. When it comes to challengers, there's so many teams and so many, like, there's the underdogs, and then obviously there's the former pros, like Timor. We had a roster of they were all former pros at one point. Same with FaZe Black, all former pros. And it's good to see the teams like SGP, who are the whole team has, for the most part, has been around in challengers for a while, and same with Lore. These guys have been around in challengers. They haven't made it to that level, but it shows that they can compete at that level. Challengers isn't that far below the CDL when it comes to the top challenger teams. And it's good to see SGP, Lore, FaZe Black, and all these teams like competing against we see the scrims competing against pros and actually taking maps and going 50-50 on the map pools when they're scrimming. But as you were saying, it's unfortunate when it comes to that, but that kind of ties into what I want to go to next, and that's just a Boston major in general.
Yeah.
I know there was a lot of issues the first day. It was delay central. I think they were behind for like 2 hours in the challengers pit, and that was a struggle, and that ended up transferring over to Saturday, where we had to push all the matches forward to 9 a.m. I believe it was 8 or 9 a.m.
Yeah.
And it's just there's a lot of issues that happen, and that happens in the challengers, that happens in the CDO. But I'm just curious, overall, how was the Boston event? How did it feel? You already talked about the issues, like the few issues when it came to the semifinals and all of that. But just like, how was the feel of the Boston event, the challengers area, the setup, the production, Face It, all that? What is your thoughts on all that?
So Face It, I understood that there was gonna be issues with that because it's been around for a while, but it's transitioning to the COD challengers and the COD scene in general. I mean, like, that was kind of tough on them. So like, I kind of expected there to be technical issues, and I know that Mason Uriak, he like optimized all the PCs and stuff like that, and everyone did the best they can to have the setups. It was like you said. I mean, I watched your guys' first episode over there, the live one in Boston. So yeah, I mean, the setup, the passion, the pit, it looked amazing. I thought it looked great there. Station 16 was whack. There's like a big vent there, and like me and Slush, we had to hold like a jacket just to cover the air that's coming out the vent so our players can actually talk to each other in the mics. So that's like my biggest gripe there. And I'd say the second floor was kind of like a little bit more hot than usual. It was kind of hot up there.
It was pretty warm.
Yeah, but like, the event was amazing, of course. Like Boston has done so much for the challenger scene and the pro scene in general. So, both sides looked amazing, I know the first day of challengers, it kind of sucked to stand outside in the rain, to like get inside, and we had to check in late that way. And funnily enough, like our first day there for challengers to play our match, I mean, we didn't know when we were supposed to play. The players went to go get Chipotle, and then all of a sudden, I went to go talk to Tactical Rab and Riley, and all of a sudden, we were supposed to play. We had to run there, get set up. So we played there at 1 o'clock, right? And then we didn't even get to play our second match until 7:15 p.m. on the first day, which I thought was kind of crazy. So, but yeah, I mean, again, for your first event, for my first event, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it was disorganized at times, and things could have been better, of course. I mean, it can never be perfect, but it was fun. I mean, I had a great time. I'm glad the people wore deodorant as well. I mean, like, I know like people were trying to prepare me for like the first event. They're like, hey, yo, Serge, if you go there, man, like the Columbus one, like, god dang, it's stinky, dog. Like, I mean, it was just body odor over the place. So I was like, really? And then when I went to the pit, man, I mean, I didn't have a single problem with that. So I didn't smell anyone that was smelly. So I think everyone kind of learned their lesson and helped make the Challenger event more enjoyable and more,
more breathable,
pleasant, more breathable for sure. And as you were saying, like,
when it comes to just waiting. That happened. I don't get me wrong. I've been around challengers for like a year and a half now, and every event, especially the top teams, have the issues. And if you're going through the winners bracket, and depending on where you fall, there's a lot of times where it's just like a lot of waiting. Yeah. But with Team War, we ended up playing early in the morning, and then we waited for 4 hours, and then we lost. Unfortunately, we lost, and then we waited for 4 more hours, and then we lost again. And it's just that's how sometimes the challengers bracket goes. I mean, it's a struggle. It's definitely a mental thing. Like some people can really lock in after that. Some people can't. It is what it is. Yeah. But as you were saying, those delays and it gets exhausting because it feels like you're there from 7, 8 a.m. to 10, 11 at night, and it's tiring. That's for sure.
Yeah. And like again, Boston was a movie, dog. I mean, like the airport sucks, Logan, man. Like, I mean, I thought Chicago's airport. No, okay, well, I thought Chicago O'Hare was bad, right? But like O'Hare. This one. Yeah, O'Hare sucks, man. Like this one, oh man, this one was terrible, bro. Like I got there and then I was like, okay, I need to go get the car because we rented a car and I was like the designated driver. And then I was like, all right, man, I'm at Terminal B. Where you at? It's like, oh, here. And then I was like, oh, wait, there's an opposite side of Terminal B. And then I went to go pick up the players and then driving. And Boston sucks, man.
It is driving terrible. In Boston might be one of the worst.
No. Riding in I can Ubers tell you that. In Boston was terrifying.
So the problem with Boston, well, the problem with Boston is it wasn't like the streets are made after the foundation of the city for the most part. So like, in the way they do it, like a lot of places, there's the main street, then there's a under the main street, and then there's a bridge above the main street. And
we're like playing 3D chess out here. We're playing 3D chess.
And if you're using a GPS, it's like, which street are you on?
Exactly,
which level am I on?
Right I feel you on that one, but I ended up driving up from New York, so.
Man, the lucky guy didn't have to take a plane in.
I don't like.
Man, it was terrible.
I've never been through the Boston airport, so I don't know, but. Yeah.
I was about to say, so Sergio, you know, we kind of talk a lot about how challengers kind of feels from the player's perspective of having to wait for a long time and then kind of come on and play. But I want you to kind of talk to us about what it was like from an owner perspective. You're sitting right behind the players the whole time. You're watching everything go down. I mean, there's multiple times I went to look at what SGP was doing. And I see Sergio almost down on his hands and knees just watching some COD. So like, take us kind of through what's your emotions and what's kind of your thought process as the owner just having to sit behind the players.
You remember last year in Mofford 2 when Nate Shaw was watching, man, and like, I mean, he learned his lesson. He brought sunglasses, man, but like, dude, he was terrified. That's like me, you know? Like, I mean, we've had this, we talked about this, Matt, over there on Saturday, man. I mean, like, it's so nerve-wracking to watch your players knowing you have no control of the situation, you know? It's all up to them, and you're like watching, and when the games get close, I mean, of course, that's the best Call of Duty, you know? But like, when you're on that receiving end, like either the bad end or whatever, it's stressful, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I kind of wish I brought sunglasses to kind of hide my emotion. No, especially with the face black, I had to hide my emotion because there were so many cameras and video takers, man. So like, I was like, I'm not going to give you any piece of my emotions. So like, I wish I got an Oscar for that, but it is stressful, man. It is so, like, it's nerve-wracking, but my team is so goddamn good. So, like, you know, I had full faith in these guys, man. I mean, the match we had against you guys was pretty good. You know, the Omit one was pretty good.
I was about to say, I think the match against Team War, you guys played pretty well. We'll just say that. We'll say that.
And they 3-0 Team War.
Yes, they 3-0'd us, Krim. We didn't want to we were just going to say they played well, but all right, Krim will just dox us like that. All good. I mean, there was no VOD of that either. It never got streamed. We could have just rolled on with that, but okay.
It was a 3-2.
I don't think
I streamed it, unfortunately.
No, he said I streamed it, unfortunately. We're caught, boys.
No. But yeah, so that's the Boston event. Mm-hmm. Now I want to go into challenges in general.
Okay.
We already know that we got the Boston event. It kind of was late announced that the only events we're really gonna have, unless something changes, which I've heard things about potentially Miami, Nothing's confirmed yet. But as far as I know, there's only going to be Boston and Toronto and then champs. What are some thoughts going in when you heard the news of the two major challenger events and just the format this year? Be as PR as possible.
At first I was like, dang, I chose the wrong year to start off first. Like, I wish I started before. But no, I mean, like, you know, I heard through the grapevines that Miami and Carolina are working the best they can to get one out. So
I didn't know about the Carolina one, so
yeah,
I just knew the Miami one.
Rab told me about the Carolina one. So yeah, I mean,
Rab.
it's shout out Rab. Yeah, I mean, of course he's gonna have inside information about that. So like, yeah, I mean, it's being worked on. You know, hopefully it does come through. If it doesn't, then I mean, you just gotta make do what you have. I mean, of course, having everything online sucks. You know, where you just have the online cups and the elites. But also, I also heard too that I think they're working on some local lands where you can also get pro points for as well. So if that comes through, that should be pretty sick too. So who knows? But I don't know, man. I mean, it sucks because for me, especially my first year, I want to see my team play as much as possible in person. So
yeah,
hopefully there's more events, and you know, that's all we can hope for, man. Hopefully it comes through with the other two orgs.
And I wanna compound on that question. I know there was a tweet from someone. I can't remember exactly who. It was someone connected to the Miami Heretics or just Heretics in general. Yeah. Or that sort of like the Miami group. I'll try pulling it up. It was pretty much asking the community if they did a Challengers event during the Miami event, but it's in a venue an hour away from the main event, would people still attend? And I know personally, I don't care. Like, as long as it's the same general area, hour away, I'll rent a car and just go back and forth. I'll find some people. Be like, hey, you want to go to the Challengers event? We'll go watch that for a bit, and then we'll come back.
Krim's gonna be the Team War Uber.
I'm not a fucking
just
Uber.
Driving back and forth.
But so what's your thoughts on that? I know a lot of Challenger players and just Challenger community members jumped on that and said, yes, we don't care as long as we have an event. Are you on the same line, or what's your current thought on that?
I mean, hell yeah, me and my players are. Justin Blake is the one who tweeted that out. So
All
yeah,
right.
I mean, part of Misfits. So yeah, I mean, if they do that, man, I mean, like, to me, like, just like back on the Boston thing, right? Watching Challengers was way more exciting than CDL, you know, and I never thought I'd say that, you know, because back then when I wasn't a part of the Challengers thing, like, CDL was always looking forward to. So going to my very first CDL event, watching Challengers, you know, I had way more fun. It's not because I had my team there to support, but just watching them in general, or just watching like the whole entire Challengers team, because I went around and watched different matches. It's just way more exciting than watching CDL matches, in my opinion. So if it's an hour away, 2 hours away, 3 hours away, I don't care. I mean, I'll still be there. I'll still go watch that more so than the CDL matches, because you know, there's a lot more fun. There's a lot more passion there. So yeah.
Yeah, and I just wanted to double check because you are right. It was Justin Blake over at Misfits. Yeah, Misfit GG and Miami Heretics. He did tweet it out. He was asking the question. Not that he was confirming anything, but it was just assumed that was the case.
Just some stuff in the works.
Yeah, so
they're trying to test the waters. Yeah. They're trying to probably test their budget as well, because I mean, if they find a venue that's an hour away, that's, you know, $10,000 cheaper to rent out. You know what I mean? It's a lot of that goes into that as well. And then I kind of applaud Miami, especially for them being their first year in the league. I don't think they understood how much that people were going to be for the Challengers scene, and I don't think they understood how important it was to also have a Challengers event. But as soon as, you know, they kind of got the backlash, they immediately reacted and got to work on it. So I mean, you at least have to tip that from the side of Miami. For Carolina, though, I've heard a bunch of different rumors. I've literally heard rumors from the fact that they're very close to being able to also host a Challengers event, to they have no money and it's not even going to be in Carolina anymore. So I've literally
there's a lot of rumors.
Yeah, I've literally heard top to bottom on what's happening in Carolina. So
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be a waiting game with Carolina. I think they're kind of waiting to see what Miami does probably a little bit and kind of try to go off of that is what I would assume if they don't want all the backlash. Because I'll be honest, I don't know, without a Challengers event, without Team War going, especially with going to like so many of these other events, it's like, is Carolina really on the docket for a lot of teams anymore? You know what I mean? Because when you could go to Toronto or you could go to Miami, and still have a Challengers event, going to Carolina for a random major during the year that's not champs, it's like, you got to tip the scales where you're going to go. And so I think it would definitely help if it would help Carolina's numbers a lot if they would actually host a Challengers event as well. So I hope they come around and put one on, because Carolina is always a good fun. Raleigh's a great venue.
Yeah, I mean, I think they could do it in Raleigh too, man. I mean, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind at all if we went to Raleigh instead of Charlotte for Challengers. Who knows, 2 hours away or something like that. I mean, it's...
Yeah, because they did the kickoff event there, and that's like a couple years ago. So I was like, and Halo's done stuff there as well. So I was kind of wondering like why Raleigh wasn't really their main focus. I've heard that they might try to move it to Raleigh, but
I'm just gonna say going to Raleigh, or not Raleigh, yeah, Raleigh. Going to Raleigh, the kickoff event of MW2, the venue was amazing. They set it up. They had COD Mobile one side, CDL on one side, Challengers, CDL in the middle, Challengers on the other side. Raleigh, just as a city, was not. There wasn't a lot to it. It was boring.
North Carolina.
It was boring.
You're from New York. You're from New York, and you're like, yeah, North Carolina was boring. No
Bars
shit.
are closing at like 1 a.m. I'm like, what are we doing?
All they do in North Carolina is just play basketball. They got Duke in North Carolina. That's it. That's all they care about, man.
All right. Well, so
yeah.
Go Tar Heels. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, let's go, Matt.
Yes, sir. Go Tar Heels. Come on.
Let's go, man.
I'm a UConn fan.
Oh.
Always been a UConn fan since Kemba Walker.
I mean, that's fair. Kim was nasty.
Yeah,
I graduated from Chapel Hill, so.
Okay,
that makes sense.
Big UNC guy.
I do want, like, we'll wrap it up here in a bit, but I do want to do some hypothetical questions, just fun questions.
Ooh,
okay.
If you were to, and this is, we already talked about your Challenger team. I'm curious. I want to hear your GM mind when it comes to the Call of Duty League. If you were a GM owner, like you had all the say on a team you want to pick up from any Challenger players, CDL. Let's just stick to CDL players. I don't want anyone to get hurt.
Yeah, put him 2 on the spot with the Challengers.
I don't want anyone to get hurt in the Challengers. Let's just stick to CDL players. If you could pick up any 4 CDL players to form a team around right now, who would you pick up?
I mean, that's tough, man. I mean, you can't go wrong with, so for your SMGs, you can't go wrong with like a BZ or Simp, honestly. I mean, you could go with the core trio, Simp, a BZ, and Salium, and then
hold up.
Pick
so
up
let me make it a little harder on you. You can only take 1 player from each established team.
Okay.
Because I basically would just go, I'm picking up Toronto Ultra, and that's it. I don't think I need. Yeah, I think I'll just run with Toronto Ultra's team, and I think I'll be okay.
Okay. Let's see.
So one from each established
from each team.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll probably do. I'll take a BZ from FaZe. I'll take. It's tough. Is either between Hydra or Pred, honestly.
Yeah, those 3 are.
Ooh, yeah.
I'll probably, you know what, man? I mean, I'm an optic guy, so I'll choose Hydra. I mean Pred, sorry. Pred and the BZ.
Wait,
dude, I was like, he just gave the
Optic Hydra.
Optic Hydra confirmed. They're making a roster change, boys.
No. So you pick Pred? All right.
Pred and the BZ. I'll take Scrap from Ultra, and then for my other AR, man, this is tough.
Yeah, the last AR is gonna be a hard one.
Yeah, without going off the top 4 teams, you gotta.
Yeah.
Too bad Octane retired.
Literally.
I might have messed up. I might have messed up with this, man. Honestly. You know what?
Nah.
I think. You know what? This is a hot topic. I'll probably just replace BZ with Hydra. and take Cellium. I'll probably do Scrap, Cellium, Hydra, and Pred.
I think that's actually smarter.
That's a really good
because,
team.
Yeah, I think that's smarter because you only can pick one from each team.
One from each team, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie, though. I choose Kenny. I think Kenny is everything right now.
I forgot about Kenny.
Kenny is
man.
He's so
but then he has to
now.
but then he has to drop but then he has to drop Pred, and then he's got to pick up, you know.
Well,
here's the thing. That's fine. That's fine.
Wait, you gonna try it now?
No, I'm gonna change my answer. I don't know how I forgot about Kenny, man. I've been so in tune to challengers.
Yeah, I mean that.
Kenny's the best player in Optic right now. He's the best player right now. I'll choose Kenny. I'll do Kenny, Scrap, Abizi, and Hydra.
That's what I would have chosen.
That's
that
a god
team.
squad.
That team's a really good team.
That is a god squad right there.
Yeah.
So Krim asked you the tough hitting question right there about your GM mode, and we here at the Passion Pit, we love leaks. We love the insider information.
Yeah. Well, you already told us a leak about Carolina.
Yeah, but here I want to know a leak about SGP, because that's what you're here to talk about today.
Yeah.
Do we have any kind of any headway on who we're picking up?
That you can talk about.
That you could talk about. Yeah.
We don't want you to say something and then a roster change happen because you we know how leaks happen.
Spoke it into existence.
Just
no.
So, but
we got Journey, and again, it's up to Cruz, man. I mean, he's the one, him and the team in general. I mean, that's how it is with challengers, man. You're not really a GM, it's really them. You know what I'm saying? Or the coaches are like, hey, you know what? This is the best fit. So but if I were to choose, right? If I wanted to do stuff, I mean, it would be cool if Joe DeSteves came over, or Capsule or those guys came over, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
But we chose Journey, and I mean, I'm happy with that. And Journey and Gunsy, I think have teamed before. Gunsy, if you're watching this, dog, and I got that wrong, please, don't crucify me, man. But I feel like they have good chem, we're really cool with the Heretics guys, I mean, people have been joking.
It's kind of like a
us.
one for one trade almost.
Exactly, because Journey was with us, and then he got called up, and then Eric Boom came, and then now Eric Boom is back there, and then now Journey's back, so it's a seamless transition. They both play the same type of style. So yeah, it's Journey.
The Miami Heretics Academy team right there, bro.
That's what we've been called, man.
Hey, I don't know. We can speak it into existence right here. Yeah. I mean, I think that's cool too, with you guys having that good connection with them, and then obviously with the just having that easy 1-for-1 trade makes things kind of really simple to work out, and who you're teaming with. And I don't think you guys are gonna miss a beat, man. I think Journey is gonna perform just as well
for sure.
In Challengers. Dude, it's
good. Yeah.
SGP is definitely going to be one of those teams that's going to be hanging around.
For sure, hopefully. Yeah.
Top 6 and above, for sure. Top 6 to top 1 all year.
Yeah, but what you guys alluded to, man, I mean, it is fun to be a GM for Challengers too, man, with all the players. But, oh, man, what's your dream squad, and, who would you pick and stuff like that. I mean, that's always fun to do, I mean, and... I mean, I could do that if you guys want. I mean, it's not a problem. to me.
I mean, it's up to you. I didn't want anyone to get.
You have a team, so if you say, I have a dream team that's better than my real team, but my real team did just place top 3, so it's
if you want to do a
that's
quick,
up to you, brother.
Quick team setup, GM and Challengers. That's your choice.
I mean, I think that would be a fun segment for anyone, honestly, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? For the hypotheticals, because again, my players know that. I mean, I wanted them no matter what, so it's not gonna hurt their feelings. I'm like, this would be cool.
Well, we'll go through the list. We'll do Sergio first, and then we'll go Krim, and then I'll go last. And we'll see who makes the best here, because we haven't done this yet. This would be a new little segment presented to you by Sergio, and we'll have his big face on there. Jay, I need you to edit it. And then
Matt,
I'm him.
Matt, did you want to do one per team? We could do that too, That way, they can't get mad. I mean, it's one person, per
team.
Squad. Yeah,
one person
you can
per
do that.
squad.
I mean, I think that's interesting.
Let's do that.
Okay. Yeah, but Sergio, you got to go first, bro.
Wait, I do have one question. Are we counting the team? So Asim just got picked up. Nasty just got picked up. Are we counting pre-Boston?
Nope, you can't count them. You can count the people that have been dropped, though. So you can count Jodeci, you can count Capsule, you can count you can count Journey, but you can't count the people that just got picked up. I think that's a fair line to keep.
So anyone that just got dropped and is available, and anyone that is currently in the league is not available.
Yeah.
We have free agents coming from the league.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So Sergio, we'll let you go first.
All right.
Are we doing this in draft picks?
No.
So like 1, 2, 3, 4. You just gonna make your 4? Are you just gonna make your 4?
Do we want to do draft picks?
That's gonna be tough to do.
That's gonna be tough to do.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard.
We're gonna get a graphic for that soon though. We need Jay to do some editing.
Yeah. So just pick 4 you would choose 4. If you could form a team right now.
All right, I'm gonna choose Lunars, obviously from my team.
Mm-hmm.
Big.
I'll take. You know what? Actually, you know what? Subtract that. Out of respect to my guys, I can't choose one between my guys. Let's say for me, right? Like I mean, and I want to disclaimer.
You can't choose from your team.
I can't choose from my guys because I mean, it's hard to choose from either one of them. So I can't choose my guys. I'm gonna do that. All right.
That's fair.
I'm gonna say, I'll take Glow Frosty from Lore.
Big.
I'll take. I'm gonna take Brack.
That's actually a big pick.
It's tough between Brack and Exceed, man. I mean, Geo's good too. I mean, it's tough. I mean, they have a really good team.
Yeah.
This year, this season as well. But yeah, I'll choose Brack. I'll do Brack, Gold Frosty, and then 2 subs, right? I'll take Capsule, and then I'll take Frick. This is actually a lot harder than I thought it was. 1 per team. I gotta look at. Hold on a second, man. I gotta look at some of these players.
There's so many good ones, man. I mean,
this is tough. Like on the top of your head is tough.
Challengers is stacked.
It is.
Right now. Challengers is absolutely stacked.
No, this is tough. This is actually. You know what, man? I don't know. You guys want to go before?
I'll throw a team out real quick. I'm gonna pick Geo.
Okay.
Oh, you motherfucker, dude.
I mean, you can pick Geo too. We're not doing
different
drafts.
teams.
We're not doing drafts.
I still wanted to do because I wanted to see whose team would actually be the best. Well,
I'm doing.
Why don't you pick the same team?
Doing Geo. See, I don't know what everyone runs because I haven't been so in tune. Wait, Geo's an AR, right?
Geo's an AR.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I mean, well, in this game, there's like you play 4 ARs.
I mean, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
You know what I mean?
Geo. I gotta choose it. I gotta choose Beans. I love Benjamin. Beans. Give me Beans. That's my 2 ARs.
That's huge.
And then SMG. Cruz is an SMG, you're correct?
Cruz is an AR. Damn,
I could have sworn he was an SMG. Ooh. Who? Let me see. Lunars is an SMG. No. Yes. Bro, see, I don't even know who runs.
Lunars is an AR, Cruz is an AR, Gunzy's an SMG, and Journey's an SMG.
And Journey's an SMG. See, I don't even know what everyone runs. I'm definitely taking Gunzy.
Mm-hmm.
And I got one more, so I need one more SMG. Who do I pick? Or do I go with a flex?
See, that's my thing. I feel like...
Give me Temp.
That's literally what I was... Bro,
Give me Temp. Give me Donnie.
Oh, yeah.
Ours are very, very similar. Ours are very similar because I got Geo as well, but I got another guy. I got Bance. I'm taking Bance.
I was thinking about
Beans,
Bance,
dog.
but I love Beans. I love me some
And the
Beans.
reason I'm taking Bance on this team is because I need like a leader. You know what I mean? I want a guy who's like he's in the comms, right? He's doing good stuff in the comms.
Mm-hmm.
After that, dude, that is where it gets hard. Right after that, I'm looking through right now, and I like Exceed as well.
I'm about to send you guys something in this chat.
Exceed would be really good, and then I got Bance, Geo, Exceed.
Exceed's a good show. Right.
You know what I mean? Exceed's really good because like I have a really good comp.
I mean, wait, you got Geo too. Geo's on FaZe Academy now, isn't he? FaZe Black.
Oh, I forgot he got traded.
Yeah, get fucked.
Oh,
get
dude,
fucked.
I can't get fucked, nerd. Oh, he gets traded, so now you gotta make me. Okay, I'm gonna keep Exceed just because they just
So
played.
you said Bance, Exceed,
Band succeed. Oh, dude, that's so mean.
It's hard, isn't it? It's hard.
Let's
just say my team's the best team.
I'm going. Give me Journey. I'm taking Journey right off rip.
All right. Okay.
I'm taking an SGP. You gotta take an SGP guy here.
For sure.
I feel like I'm taking.
And Sergio,
I have
do you know who
Sergio.
your last is?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Yuli.
Yuli, that's a good one.
I was actually thinking about going with Prolute
Convoy.
or Spart. Somebody from there. Well, because you had already said Timp earlier. I kind of like Timp as well on there, but I think I'm actually going to go with old Byron, old Prolute. I feel like he doesn't get enough love, man. And that's one of those guys that, man, that like he's proven that he can play in the league at really multiple times. Like he's good. Like he's played in the league and he's been successful. But it's just like you get stuck on that Vegas roster and it's just like Legion does the opposite of what Challengers teams do. Like Challengers teams send players up to the league, and Legion sends them down to Challengers, bro. Like,
no, I'm not gonna lie. This segment was definitely hard.
Yeah,
it was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I think Sergio
there's only
and Matt can agree.
There's only 400 players in Challengers,
and
bro.
we had to pick one per team.
Per team, bro.
Yeah, throwing them together was hard.
There's 400 different.
Open hard to do a tier list, or like power rankings.
Oh yeah, power ranking would be insane. It'd be so hard to do.
You would literally be doing a power ranking.
You'd be pulling hair. No, but I love it. Is there anything else we want to go over? Did we pretty much hit everything?
Let Sergio do his shameless plugs, bro. We give them to every guest.
Yeah, definitely. One thing I would love to ask you before we go into our outro, Sergio, if any of your players, if you want to reach out to any of them and say, hey, jumping on the podcast, we would love to support and promote SGP as well as those players to come on, talk about their experience at Major 1. We just want to support all the teams, the players, the owners, the coaches, everyone in Challengers, and let them jump on and just chat about how everything's going.
For sure, yeah. I'll definitely reach out to them and ask them if they're down, and I'll show them this episode too, just so like they can see and be like, okay, yeah, that's cool. Like we'll go on here and
that'd be dope. But go into the outro now. We just want to make sure you get all your plugs, so all your ats, just let them out. Whatever you want to throw out, Twitter, Twitch, Kick, whatever you can be found at, just throw them out for us.
Okay, I mean, you can find me on Twitter. I'm Sergio Luckett. You got my Twitch, Sergio_Luckett. So like if we go to major events, I'm gonna be live streaming on that too. And if any other team wants me to go, I mean, I'm gonna invest in a GoPro or something like that. So if you want me to be behind you and like live stream your matches, just let me know. It's the least I can do for the Challengers community as well. So that's something we want to do. Obviously, big shout out to Eric Boom. I'm gonna miss you, man. I'm gonna miss that guy. Big shout out to Cruzy Cod, man. Thanks for choosing me, man. This is about to make me emotional, dog. I'm not gonna lie.
I love the passion. Yeah. I love that.
Cruzy Cod, appreciate you, man. You're the AR god, so appreciate you, man, for choosing us. So Cruzy Cod, you can find him CRUZEEY Cod. Gunzy, man, with the triple I's, amazing SMG player, the top Amazon player. Plus, he sent me a video when I was in my fields, man, at this TikTok. So, I appreciate you for that. Lunars, man, I mean, dude, you're being talked around. Your time is coming up real soon, man. I'm telling you. One of the nastiest ARs I've ever seen. 7, you got to show up to the coach, man. I mean, he's done so much behind the scenes, man. I don't think he gets appreciated enough. So, 7, SEHVIN_, man, the coach. Appreciate him for all he's done for the team. And then, of course, Journey, man. Let's rock, bro. Let's try to get one this year. For the next major, let's try to win that. So, and of course, all the guys have been with us. Team Acrylic, Slain, L2, and even shout out to Kenny Kyoko. She's not a part of us, but she's been helping out. Slush, Aries, IROC, Lando, Polar. If I miss anyone, I am sorry, but I appreciate everybody for being a part of SGP and helping us out. Without you guys, we wouldn't be here right now. And again, Team War, man, we'll see you guys down the line. So, can't wait to play you guys again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hopefully on our end we feel a little better.
A little different result.
But we know on your end you want the other way. I'm not honestly. That was a great ending. You hit everyone. I love the passion. I love the support. I love like you just have that feel for challengers, that community feel. You just literally named off every player, coach, anyone that's helped SGP. We're gonna stop it there. Hey, if you don't know where to find me and Matt, it doesn't matter. You'll find us eventually. But make sure you go follow everyone that that Sergio just pretty much shouted out. I'm going to end it with one last thing. If you're looking for a new controller, make sure you go to Scuff and use code WAR. I don't know if I'm not going to contradict. I'm not going to ask you, Sergio, if you guys got anything, because that might contradict with Team War. But make sure you go use code WAR. Sergio, thank you for jumping on. Matt, thank you again for always being my co-host. If there's nothing else, we'll catch you on the next one. And Sergio, we'll see you in the pit.